Candace, aka GeekyCandi, and I am up early this morning because, yeah, the leaks are true. Praxis leaks are true, and it feels like we're all just bracing for impact at this point. There's a lot going on, a lot circulating on Reddit, and I thought I would do you all a favor, and I found the best Reddit post that sort of summarizes exactly what happened. Now, this is a Twitter user who has since made his account private, but before he did, his tweets were captured and posted on this Reddit. So I have them here for you. This is a major spoiler warning. We're actually going to be going over all the major plot points of this movie. And I can't believe I'm saying this. It is literally worse than we had thought it was going to be. It's as if Game of Thrones was poised and positioned to receive the worst ending of a franchise in 2019, and Disney's like, no, hold my beer. And here we are. What feels like, the eve of the release. And yeah, I'm just, it's a weird place to be at right now. So sort of like, this is like therapy at the moment, just talking about this. So I just want to go over this real quick and see what you guys think. So here we go. The username is Call Me Ben Solo on Twitter. Here is what they've said so far. We'll be editing as they post more. Some more confirmation that yes, Kylo dies after his redemption. Kylo revives Rey. They smile at each other. She says Ben, and they kiss. Kylo disappears like Luke when he dies. They do not say, I love you. Rey is the granddaughter of Grandpapa Palps. Takes the name Ray Skywalker at the end. Whole Tatooine scene is true. Yes. The whole Tatooine scene is true. Rey having, and by the Tatooine scene, they're talking about the double suns in the end, her just standing there. It's Luke's scene. But Rey's scene now. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Rey having BB-8 at the end isn't explained. Finn and Poe are alive, but they are not with her in the final scene. Leia and Kylo have no scenes together. Rey stabs Kylo during their fight. At the same moment, Leia dies. Rey cries and heals him after, which I just love this. She stabs him and then cries and heals him. So essentially, that whole scene is pointless. I'm just confused by that. If anything, it just shows maybe one weakness, that this woman is fickle. I don't know. It's confusing, to say the least. But I go on. Leia and Kylo have no scenes together. We just talked about that. Han is in the movie. Anakin's voice is in the movie. Hayden voiced Anakin. You can't hide Rey, not from me. Which is the line from Kylo. Kylo holds her sweetly when he brings her back to life and then says the Force bond is stronger than ever. Jannah isn't confirmed to be Lando's daughter. Poe lives. Knights of Ren are hardly in the movie. I'm assuming they only appear in the helmet repair scene when Rey and Kylo fight them. Or doesn't remember Knights of Ren having any dialogue. No, they don't really fight Palpatine. Yes, he shoots lightning into the sky. Nobody ends up with anyone in a romantic sense at the end of the movie. Movie doesn't explain how Palpatine is back. Palpatine created Snoke, and there are a couple tanks with Snoke clones in them. Nothing else is explained. There's tanks with Snoke clones in them. Okay. Kylo's reaction to seeing Rey dead, panicked and hurt. It was well acted, but still so awkward because of pacing. Yeah. After the redemption, Ben doesn't have any lines. Apparently his character overly doesn't have as many lines in this movie. Lots of people talking about this part. I doubt he has way less dialogue because he's one of the main characters and has a ton of scenes with Rey. About Reylo's moments. There was honestly moments that could have been so hot if they'd been handled better. The way they talked with each other was kind of oink, oink, and the Force bond was really strong, so that was cool. Only the Force ghosts of Luke and Leia are at the end. Leia's last word is, Ben. First, Palpatine wants Rey to kill him. Then, when she doesn't, Rey just reflects his lightning back at him until he dies. They don't fight Palps. Ben gets yeeted into the pit. And answering what Palpatine does in the movie, kind of vague. He does nothing but talk shit to Kylo, who doesn't listen to him anyway, but Ian's performance was still great. Luke's ghost appeared to catch Rey's saber when she tried to throw it away. Is that like a callback to the last one when he threw it? She was like, "What are you doing?" That's stupid. Sorry. Hux is rest in peace. He was revealed as a spy because he basically wanted to tear Kylo down. He helps Finn and Poe escape, gets killed by Pride. Rey fought Dark Rey, which was a vision for a little bit. Then the vision disappeared. This is so bad. This is like a bunch of just random little things that happen. And if there's no good connection, like connecting like streams through all of this, it literally feels like this movie is just one big giant mess of loose connections trying to be ended properly. And it's just it's amazingly bad is all I can say. Amazingly bad. And you can tell the kind of people who are excited about this or that are approving of this, it's cheap fan service. It's all it is. There's no depth to this. And I'm sitting here scratching my head, face palming like crazy because I'm angry. I'm angry about this. This is so upsetting to see 42 years of this franchise ending like this. You know, we even have J.J. Abrams this year quoted as saying, "I don't do endings well." Clearly, J.J. Disney didn't care. Disney didn't care. The opening scene is actually Kylo on the Red Planet scene, and it has a little added context. He is there to get a wayfinder to Sith land and immediately arrives there, and it goes right into the scenes from the Kylo TV spot. That's literally the opening of the movie. Rose and Rey didn't speak to each other. About the LGBT moment in the movie, that woman that is close to Leia and Holdo, she kisses a woman in the background at the end. Is that her daughter that plays that part? What was her daughter? I could be wrong. Ben says to Rey, "You wanted to take my hand," and Rey responds to the comment later in another scene by saying, "I did want to take your hand, Ben's hand." It says it's implied that Finn is going to confess his feelings for Rey, their interpretation, but it doesn't happen. Rey confides in Finn and prefers him over Poe because she doesn't get along with him. God, this is so trivial. This is so childish. Han appears, now, this is the one that really, really bothers me. Han appears to Kylo and they have a very similar conversation as the Force Awakens bridge moment. Even some more exact dialogue. Ben says, "You're just a memory." Han says, "You're a memory." Oh, God. And he touches his face. Leia used, and Ben turns and tosses away his red saber. Leia used her last strength to reach out to Ben and call his name. He felt it and saw Han afterward. These two interactions cause his turn. Remember when I was talking about cheap fan lip service? There you go. That is ridiculous. Absolutely unreal. This is so awful. Worse than we had thought originally. I cannot believe it. You can't help but laugh. You know, I've crossed the 7 stages of grief. I've been in acceptance for a while. And now it's at a point of delirium. It's just, you can't help but laugh because it's so excruciatingly bad. So bad. Yep. Why Finn screams Rey in the trailers. He was just worried about Rey fighting Kylo. He actually falls because Rey force pushes him back, presumably to keep him away from the fight. Ben destroys Rey's Wayfinder and it pisses her off. He doesn't fight her back too much. Whenever she stops swinging, he stops. There's a moment when they fight where Kylo knocks Rey down, and the reason she's able to get the upper hand and stab him is because Leia calls to him through the Force and dies. Kylo destroys the Wayfinder because he wants her to use his with him. He says, the only way you're getting there is with me, and crushes hers. List of deaths they remember. Bulio, Hux, Pride, Leia, Ben, Snap, Wexley, Rey temporarily, and then Palpatine. Ben comes to save her from becoming Empress Palpatine. It's bad enough that she has to be the end-all be-all Mary Sue protagonist, Disney princess of Star Wars, and then they have her lined up to be the most evil baddie in the franchise as well. Empress Palpatine. God, you guys. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Ooh, okay. Ben comes to save her from becoming Empress Palpatine and revives her when killing Palps kills her. Ben never wanted her dead. She instantly regrets stabbing him. Palpatine is waiting for Rey to come kill him so all the Sith can inhabit her body. All the Sith in her body. Okay. Then he gets rejuvenated by Ben and Rey's combined energies, powers, something like that, and decides to kill them. Supposedly, it's something along the lines of sucking the life force out of them. So imagine, if you will, our Palpatine is now turning into the fourth Sanderson sister from the Hocus Pocus movie that Disney also put out, sucking the life out of these people. It sounds interesting. Very interesting. Well done, Disney. Well done. He decides to kill them, and then there is a flashback scene of Luke training Leia in the Force and a lightsaber combat. She even had a saber, which Force Ghost Luke gives to Rey. Leia has been training Rey in the Force. Rey can straight up float while also levitating tons of rocks around her. Okay. Knights of Ren gang up on Kylo and are beating him when Rey initiates a Force bond and gives him a lightsaber through the bond. Lando flies the Falcon and bring a bunch of ships to the big fight at the end. That was that big cluster F scene that we kept seeing in the trailers. Kylo and Chewie also have no scenes together. Rey stole Ben's ship on the Death Star and takes it to Octo to hide out there forever like Luke, so she destroys it when she can't leave. Then she goes to throw her lightsaber into the flames, but Ghost Luke catches it and then gives her Leia's saber and then lifts the X-Wing out of the water. That's how Rey gets off Octo. Okay. During the Basana scene, after Rey destroys Kylo's first ship, Ben walks up to Rey to push her into using the dark side to prove she is a Palpatine. Palpatine tells Kylo to kill Rey, and Kylo basically refuses. He doesn't outright say it, though. Kylo is done taking orders. Good for you. He finally found his... yeah. In the scene where the voices of the Jedi come to aid Rey, they tell her to rise and that she has all the power of the Jedi. Anakin's voice is there, so is Ahsoka's. Because equal opportunity in the voices of her head, apparently. And what better than to toss in one of the most favorited one of the most fan favorite characters in the Star Wars. Ahsoka's like, oh, don't toss me with this shit, guys. No. You're going to be a voice in her head. Yes, that is the place for you, Ahsoka. Yes. Oh, God. So mad. All right, so a lot of dialogue here overlaps. Yoda's voice is in there too. Confirmed Obi-Wan's voice is in there too. Thinks Mace Windu's voice is in there. See, all these male voices that you're like, we need a female. We need to just put a female, even though she's completely irrelevant to the story. Completely. Rey doesn't know this chick. Nope. Nope. But yeah, she's in her head. So good. That's good, I guess, right? Force dyad is in the movie. Ben and Rey have a very deep connection. How Rey's resurrection and Rey-Kylo kiss happens. Ben climbs out of the pit, sees fallen Rey from a distance, rushes over as best he can. Limping, he gets to her, pulls her off into his lap, and holds her to his chest. Heartbroken, then he calms himself, leans her back, lays hands and revives her. When she comes back, she holds his hand, looks into his eyes, smiles huge, calls him Ben. They have a solid, full contact kiss for about 2 seconds. He smiles back, then he abruptly falls over dead. She touches him and he vanishes. We died happy. I'm so glad that this was the reason that we had Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was never meant to be a villain. Kylo Ren was meant to be the object that saves our Mary Sue. Yeah. Yep. And what an awful way to end for him. I mean, he wasn't a great character. He could have been awesome. It's just all so sad. Just all so sad. And the Reylos everywhere are rejoicing. Yes, we're going to get a lot of fun art from them soon. I have a feeling. Oh God, it's so creepy. C-3PO gets his memory back. He can understand Sith script, but is forbidden from translating it. So they hack his memory, thus wiping it, and he tells them where to find the Wayfinder. Forgets everyone and everything, but is restored by R2. There's a moment where Chewie mourns Leia. It is implied that Finn is Force sensitive. Okay. Carrie and Billy share a scene together where they talk about resistance-related stuff. All right, sorry, I'm very tired. I've been up for hours compiling this and it's 6 a.m., so I'm going to sleep. It seems that they've mostly stopped answering questions for now and are just talking about their opinions on the movie. If I notice any major updates, then when I wake up, I'll add them to this list. So, you guys, there is the movie. If you still feel the need to watch this, please don't give them your money. This isn't worth it. Find another way. I'm not saying one way is better than another, but I'm sure there's other ways out there that are better than giving them money for this trash. So until next time, fandom, I hope that we can all come together on this finally, on the other end of this. Now that this is all coming to a head, we can all agree this is not the Star Wars we have grown to love. All those people out there prancing around with their blue check marks, calling us all these names, these istophobes, all of that. I can't wait to watch their defense of this. And if the defense is going to be, or if the main media narrative, well, you just watch. The main media narrative will be the fans ruined Star Wars. And at this point, I could care less. I'm so detached from it. And God, this is my therapy. And talking with you guys about this is my therapy. This is just the worst. It is the worst. It's worse than I had thought. And I want to wake up from this bad dream. And I can't. I'm like pinching myself. Nope. Still here. And I'm going to bring it all to you as I see it. This is what I saw. This is what I want you guys to see. And you can make your own decision. So until next time, fandom, I'll see you later. Bye.